Are you moving to Northern Virginia and you've heard a lot about our high cost of living? Well, in this week's video, I'm going to share with you most of the costs associated with living right here in Northern Virginia. We're going to look at housing, transportation, taxes, and so much more. And we're getting started right now. Boom! Hey everybody, it's David, your favorite realtor. As always, it's another beautiful day right here in Northern Virginia. If it's your first time here on my channel, please consider subscribing because every week I release videos what it's like to live, work, play, pros and cons, top neighborhoods, cost of living, basically everything that you need to know about living right here in Northern Virginia. Because of this YouTube channel, I get calls, texts, emails basically every single day from folks just like you who are relocating to Northern Virginia, and I'm so happy and grateful for it. So if you've been thinking about moving to the area, reach out to me, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me email. Just know I got your back when you move into Northern Virginia. So how much does it cost to live in Northern Virginia? In a nutshell, it is expensive. And in fact, when I help families relocate to Northern Virginia, 9 times out of 10, they're coming from a part of the country that is a lot less expensive than living here. And yes, the high cost of living will hands down be the biggest con of living in Northern Virginia, but I can definitely say this, all the pros that you have of living here will definitely outweigh that big con with the high cost of living. So let's jump right into it. I'm gonna go on nerdwallet.com. They have a fantastic cost of living comparison calculator. And I'm gonna go over a few towns where I've helped a lot of folks relocate from. And this will actually show you, yes, we are expensive, but we're actually not the most expensive place in the country. Now let's start off with Denver. If you make $100,000 a year in Denver and you're relocating to Northern Virginia, to have the same quality of life, you have to make $126,000 here. So it's actually 26% higher in Northern Virginia compared to Denver. And then we have Phoenix, Arizona. To have the same quality of life in Phoenix, if you're making $100,000 a year there, you have to make $143,000 here. So it's actually 43% higher living here compared to Phoenix, Arizona. Wow, David, it looks like Northern Virginia is so expensive compared to those cities. All right, let's look at the flip side then. Let's go over a couple cities that are actually more expensive compared to Northern Virginia. So let's say you're relocating here from Boston. So let's look at Boston. If you're relocating here from Boston and you make $100,000 a year in Boston, to have the same quality of life here in Northern Virginia, you actually have to make only $94,000. So it's actually 5% lower living here compared to Boston. Now let's go to San Francisco. If you make $100,000 a year in San Francisco, to have the same quality of life here in Northern Virginia, you actually only have to make $71,000 a year. It's actually 29% less expensive to live here in Northern Virginia compared to San Francisco. Yes, we are extremely expensive compared to probably 90% of the country, but this comparison shows you we're actually not the most expensive place in the United States. Now let's dive into housing, and this is the big ticket item that you're gonna have when you're relocating to Northern Virginia. This is where a lot of people I talk to on the phone, where they get sticker shock when they see the home prices here. I've helped actually a lot of folks relocate from Texas, and they'll sell like a beautiful single family home in Texas for like $400,000. And that $400,000 here in Northern Virginia, that's like a small townhouse or a condo, so they definitely have a lot of sticker shock. And where you decide to live in Northern Virginia, this will hands down be one of the biggest factors in determining how much you can spend for housing. And a great rule of thumb is, the closer you get to Washington, D.C., the more expensive it's gonna be. The median sales price of a home in Northern Virginia is gonna be $577,000, and that's gonna be a middle of the pack house. If you want a single family in that price range, it's probably gonna be a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet, probably built in the 50s or 60s. Not gonna be anything fancy. Or that same price point of $577,000, get you a pretty solid townhouse, 3 bedrooms, 3-bath, 2,000 square feet, most likely a 1-car garage. Now for the medium sales price of a single family home, it's gonna be $760,000. And again, I'm using all of Northern Virginia as a whole. So depending on what part of Northern Virginia, or it could be way higher, or it could be actually a lot less. Now I'm gonna break it down by county to kind of give you a clearer picture of how much a single family home costs in this area. If we look at Arlington County, the median sales price of a single family home is gonna be $967,000. Then let's go to Fairfax County. Median sales price of a home is gonna be $790,000. Out here in Loudoun County, the median sales price of a single family home is gonna be $811,000. And if you really want the most bang for your buck, go to Prince William County, where the median sales price of a single family home is actually only $577,000. And yes, our median sales price here is $577,000, But don't be discouraged, you can still find some great value with homes under that price range. A lot of great townhomes in Loudoun County or Prince William County. You'll be able to find some fantastic deals. Or if you're open to condos, you can definitely find a fantastic townhouse style condo, 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, 1 car garage for under that $577,000 price range. Now let me jump to the rental side. The average 3-bedroom rental here in Northern Virginia is gonna be $2,500 a month. Again, I'm using Northern Virginia as a whole. That number is gonna be a lot higher in like Arlington County or Fairfax County, maybe a little bit less in Prince William County, but I've seen 3 bedrooms go as high as $6,500 a month. Now that'd be a super nice single family home or townhouse, probably right in Arlington County. In fact, when it comes to rentals, funny story, literally yesterday, randomly a video popped up on my YouTube feed where this gentleman was showing his new rental in Vegas for like $2,000 a month. And this was a beautiful single family home, completely updated, remodeled, big backyard, 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, 2 car garage. I was like, wow, you can rent this for $2,000 a month in Vegas? I was like, babe, honey, to my wife, we're moving to Vegas right now. No, I'm just joking. I'm staying right here in Northern Virginia. Now let's jump to gas prices here in Northern Virginia. I personally actually have not bought gas in almost a year since I drive a Tesla. So I actually had to drive to a gas station yesterday to find these prices. Well, it looks like regular gasoline right now is $3.40 a gallon. But if you want premium, like I used to have with my old car, that's gonna be $4 a gallon. Now let's talk about your HOA dues, which is your homeowners association. I would say 90% of neighborhoods here in Northern Virginia have an HOA. They go anywhere from like $80 to like $215 a month. Obviously, it's gonna depend on which neighborhood you're in. But those HOAs, they cover a lot of things. Some may actually cover your cable and internet. Only a few, but some of them do. A lot of them will cover your amenities, like is there a pool there? Is there a clubhouse, fitness center, things like that. And actually, most of these HOAs will cover your trash and recycling, so that's one less bill that you have to worry about. My personal HOA fee that I pay here in Ashburn, it's like $105 a month. It does give me access to, I think we have 6 pools, a big sports complex with a gym, indoor pool, sauna, basketball courts, tennis courts, soccer fields, walking trails. So I actually do get a lot personally for that $105 I spend every month for my HOA fee. Now let's talk about utilities. Now utilities obviously is going to vary from person to person, house to house. If you have a 5,000 square foot single family, your utilities are going to be a lot more compared to someone who lives in a 1-bedroom condo. So I try to find a friend with the most average house I could find here in Northern Virginia. I have a buddy of mine, he has a single family home in Arlington. It's a 3-bedroom, 2 bath, 2 levels, about 2,000 square feet. So he pays, on average for electricity, about $120 a month. Obviously in the summertime, that's gonna be a lot higher because you have the AC cranking. And in the winter, maybe a little bit less. Then for gas, he spends about $50 to $55 per month. That number will be a little bit higher in the winter time because you're using the gas to heat up the house. Then water, he pays, actually water here in Northern Virginia is usually paid quarterly. He pays about $100 to $120 every quarter for water. David, all that stuff's boring. What about going out for like a nice dinner? All right, well, when my wife and I go out for like date night, and to go like a really nice solid restaurant, some of our favorite restaurants are Sweetwater in Sterling and also Uncle Julio's in Ashburn. Dinner for 2, anywhere from $100 to $150, depending if we each have a couple margaritas, which we usually do. But if we go to like, let's say a really nice restaurant like a Ruth Chris or Capitol Grill, that number's gonna be like $250 to $300 for the 2 of us. Now there's nights we go out where we actually don't drink and we can definitely get a great, fantastic meal in that like maybe $60 to $80 range. So that's a great thing about Northern Virginia. There's so many restaurants throughout the region, and no matter what your budget is, there's literally something for everybody. And yes, everybody loves going out for dinner, but now we have to talk about taxes. I know, I hate talking about taxes, but unfortunately, it's a huge cost of living here in Northern Virginia. And before I dive into taxes, I am not a tax advisor, I'm not a CPA, I can't give you tax advice. All of this is just for informational purposes only. If you want the most accurate answers, talk to your CPA. First, we have sales tax. And I didn't know this actually, but some other parts of the country actually don't have a sales tax. I just had a family relocate here from Portland, and they had 0 sales tax. So the price you see is the price you see. I thought that was kind of cool, but we don't have that here. The sales tax actually in Northern Virginia is gonna be 6%. And then we have everybody who lives here's favorite, your car tax. So the car tax, the way that works is, it's paid yearly. It's gonna be $4.20 for every $100 of assessed value for your car. So around every October, you get a nice bill in the mail from the county saying, hey, you owe this much. It's the worst, I hate it. In fact, I just got my last bill this past October, had to pay like $1,900 for a car tax. I absolutely hate it. So many things I'd much rather use $1,900 for. I can go on a quick mini vacation, I can invest that money, I can do whatever except paying a car tax, but it's an unfortunate part of living right here in Northern Virginia. Now we'll go over property tax. So actually, a lot of parts of the country have a really high property tax, especially Texas and New Jersey. When I have clients relocate from those areas and they see the property tax here, they absolutely love it because they pay so much more in those areas. Now the property tax rate in Loudoun County is gonna be 98 cents per $100 of assessed value of the home. Now this is for most of Loudoun County. You'll see in most counties, they have what's called a special district where they'll have a slightly higher tax rate. For example, it could be like an area or neighborhood that's by the metro, they'll have a slightly higher tax rate. But for this video, I'm just kind of go like the overall. So I'll go over a couple real world examples so you get an idea of how much you have to pay in property tax. So I found a single family home in Leesburg that sold a couple months ago for $760,000. Now the assessed value from the county is always gonna be less than the market value. But this example, the assessed value came out to $650,000. And with the tax rate Loudoun County has, the annual tax is $6,372, but you do pay that monthly. So the tax bill for this house is gonna be $531 a month. Now let's jump to Fairfax County. They actually have a higher tax rate compared to Loudoun County. Fairfax County tax rate is gonna be $1.14 for every $100 of assessed value. So here's another example. It's a single family home in Chantilly, sold a few months ago for $760,000. It's just actually the same price as our Leesburg example. Well, the assessed value from the county was $640,000, and their annual tax bill comes out to $7,303. But again, you pay that monthly. So for this particular house, they're paying $608 per month. Now off to income tax. So the good thing about income tax here in Virginia, we don't have the highest like California or New York, but we don't have the lowest either like Florida or Texas where they don't have income tax. So we're kind of like right in the middle. So our tax rate here is gonna be 5.75%, and that's for everybody who makes over $17,000 a year, and that's like 98% of the people who live here. Now let's dive into transportation cost. So if you want to take some public transportation like with the metro, it's gonna be anywhere from $2.25 to $6 each way, which actually is way less than I thought. I personally have not been on the metro in about 4 years. So when I did my research for this video, I was like, hey, that's actually not bad at all. And then you have the Virginia Railroad Express. That's gonna be anywhere from $3 to $12 each way. So let's say public transportation is not your thing, you much rather drive. So an unfortunate part about this area, we have a lot of toll roads, and if you want to get to work as fast as possible or back home, you may have to go on the tolls. So I'm gonna use a Leesburg to DC example. Say you live in Leesburg, but you work in DC. You actually have to go on 3 different tolls. Toll number 1 would be the Dulles Greenway. That's gonna be about $5.80 each way. And then you have the Dulles Toll Road. That's gonna be like $3.25 each way. And then you have the 66 Express Lane. I know it keeps going up. That's gonna be about $6.25 each way. So realistically, if you live in Leesburg and you have to go to DC and you wanna use the tolls, $15 each way, multiply that by 2 because you're gonna get back home, $30 a day, $150 a week. That money definitely can add up over time. With that being said, you can definitely still get to work without going on the toll roads. And if you want to learn more about living in Northern Virginia, check out this video right here. I go over 12 things that you must know before moving here. And I'll see you on the next video.